All right, hello, welcome to another video about, you guessed it, Marvel freaking Rival, because that's the game I like so much, and that's what my channel is about. If you didn't know, fun fact, my channel is about Marvel Rivals, but this one is going to be a really simple video. We're going to be talking about high rank versus low rank, and the differences between the players, and why you might not be a high rank player, or why you might not be a low rank player, right? And we're just gonna get straight into the video because I like getting straight into my video. So like, comment, and subscribe for more, and let's get, again, straight into the video. All right, so boom, what even is a high-ranking player? So in my definition of a high-ranked player, I think I'm going Celestial and above. Anything above Celestial, you are a high-ranked player. Not above Celestial, but anything above Grandmaster, you are a high-ranked player. Like Celestial 3, 2, 1, Eternity, 1 above all. Those 5 ranks are the highest ranks in the game. So I think that's an appropriate choice because those are the higher echelon. That's like top 2% of all players, right? Celestial and above. So boom, that's what a high rank player is to me. Not GM, not silver, not gold, obviously, but Celestial and above. Now you might be asking yourself, hey, Celty, what's even the difference between a low rank and a high ranking player? Well, a high ranking player is going to play the game faster, at a speedier rate, a quicker rate than a low rank player. That's just the truth of the matter, right? A high ranking player knows what they need to do like a minute before they need to do it, while a low ranked player knows what they need to do 30 seconds before they do it. And that number just keeps rising the higher rank you go. Like, let's say Celestial 3, they know what they need to do in 1 minute. They need to do this thing in 1 minute to win the game. While a Eternity player might know in a minute and 30 seconds that, oh, I need to do this before, blah, 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 blah. And a one above all player will know it in 2 minutes. And a pro player will know it will know their win condition 3 minutes into the game, right? That is just how it works. And obviously, the game isn't played in minute intervals. The game is a really fast-paced game, so it's not really 1 minute. It's more like seconds. It's more like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds. But I'm using minutes because minutes seems like an easier concept to grasp. For example, let's use Captain America as an example. Let's say I'm Celestial 2, right? If I know that they have a Captain America, a Luna Snow, and an Invisible Woman, they have 3 defensive ults. That's what they have. And let's say my team only has 2 offensive ults, right? So boom, we're automatically down 1 ultimate. That is not good. Obviously, out of spawn, we need to get one of their ults out. So my goal as this DPS with an offensive ult is to press my Q button in a time where the enemy team will not capitalize off it, and where they can waste an ult. A realistic situation where they will waste an ult to stay alive. So my team can actually be even ult-wise. So if, let's say, the Captain American ults, first they're going to push off that because it's Captain America ult, he's moving. So they're going to push off that. But the good thing is now they're equal out. We're equaling out. So we should really kite the ult. We should back up for Captain America ult, let them have the space, and then we can fight in a new area and live to fight another day. Did I just say live to live? Anyways, live to fight another day using both of our support ults, right? That is how we should be thinking. Now, obviously, it's going to be a lot more nuanced in the game, but you get what I'm saying, right? There's thinking that needs to go into every one of your moves in the game to get to a higher rank. That's just the truth of the matter. Your aim can only get you so far. Your mechanical skill can only get you so far. You need to actually think at a macro sense of what the game is doing, right? And that's another term I just used, macro. Macro means the entire game. Like, basically, what I just said to you was a macro example, right? Micro example is your mechanics, blah, 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 hitting shots. That's a micro example. But the macro of the game is we need to stall this cart as much as possible so they don't push it, right? That's the entire goal of conveyance or convergence or whatever the other one's called. And it goes deeper than that, because in domination, you need to stall the point as much so your team can collect points, right? The more points you collect, the closer you get to victory. That's the entire point of domination, right? Every game mode has its own macro and micro sense, right? Micro kind of carries over actually to all of them, but macro is different for every game mode and every character. That's why it gets so complicated. That's why hero shooters are so complicated. They get deeper and deeper the more you play the game, right? And the more you understand the game, like a high ranking player does, the more you understand what you need to do, right? And that's what low ranking players don't understand, is that sometimes they don't play the objective at all, which is like stupid, right? It doesn't matter how many kills you get, how many deaths you have, how many blah blah blah, how much damage, how much healing you have. If you're attacking and you're not moving the cart, if the entire cart is just stalled all game, it doesn't matter, because you're not winning the game. You're just padding your stats. Literally, that's all you're doing. Low rank players, they don't understand that. They also make a lot more mistakes than high rank players do, which that might sound obvious, but yeah, obviously, right? But that's not the point. The point is, they make mistakes that they should not be making to win or to lose games. That's just how it works, right? Either to get lucky or they make a mistake that the other team doesn't capitalize on, or they do capitalize on it, and that's why they lose, right? Mistakes are the worst thing you can do in any game. Football, basketball, soccer. It doesn't matter. If you're playing a game of some sort, making a mistake allows the other team to capitalize on the mistake and to get victory. They get closer to victory every mistake you make. That means staggering, right? Core fundamentals of a hero shooter: staggering, kiting, counter swapping, right? These are all mistakes that new players, low-ranked players, will all make. And that's okay. I'm not saying that low-ranked players are the spawn of the devil. I'm not saying that at all. Look, if you're a low-ranked player, that's fine. But this is just the difference between them, between high-ranked and low-ranked players. And I'm also not saying high-ranked players don't make mistakes at all. Again, they do. They're called mistakes for a reason. Not every person or player is perfect at the game. Not even pro players are perfect at the game. I can point out mistakes pro players make in game, like as they happen. I really can, because I understand the game. I'm a higher ranked player. Usually I'm like GM1 right now. I haven't played the game that much. Be easy on me. Relax. I have not been playing the game as much as I should be. Usually I'm like C1, C2, but not this season. Not yet, at least. But you get what I'm saying. I also make mistakes. Look, I run games down too occasionally. All of us do it. It's okay. And it's okay, but we also have to realize that, like, hey, there's some differences happening in the game. Like, there's some differences in between the ranks, right? In Captain America, for example, a good player can take advantage of what Captain America does. Captain America takes resources from the enemy team, right? That's why people think Captain America sucks, because he's not on the stat pads. He's not stat padding. No, he is taking the enemy team's abilities. That is the best thing you can do as a tank or as any character, is get attention. That is what Captain America's entire thing is. He does damage, he annoys you, he's a pest, right? He is a pest. He doesn't die. He is a great character, but that's because I'm in GM Celestial, right? I understand that, okay, whenever my Captain America dives, I can usually walk up. I can usually take advantage of that. If I see him through the wall diving someone, I know I can walk, or I can help him. I can shoot at the person he's diving so he can finish the kill faster, or I can finish the kill faster, right? Or I can shoot at the tanks, right? They're not getting healed. We need space. Shoot at the tanks. Make them back up. Or I can deal with an off angle at this point, because they're not going to get healed, right? If I kill the person at the off angle, then we're up one. Let's say my cap doesn't kill anyone, but guess what? We're still going to be up one because I killed the person off angling. I killed the Jean Grey off angling on Central Park, right? It's fine, right? There's a lot of choices you can make. There's obviously going to be a right one you can make in every situation usually, but not a right one, but a best choice you can make in every situation. There's going to be a best choice, not the right one, not a wrong one. There might be a wrong one, like running away after your cap dives. Like, you need to walk up when your team dives. Let's get that straight. You don't run away. Walk up. Walk. And that's another difference between low-ranking players and high-ranking players. High-ranking players know when to walk. That's like my biggest gripe with this game, is that players will never, even in the rank I'm in, which is funny, but players will never walk up the right time, or they'll always be backing up for no reason. There is no reason you need to be backing up 24/7. There's no reason at all. If you're getting dove, you run towards your teammates, right? If you're in the backline as a support, if you're getting dove, you run towards your tanks because they can help you. Then you run towards your DPS so they can help you, right? Make it their problem. That's my biggest tip for any support players. Make it everyone's problem when you get dove. Make sure that when you get dove, you're not the only one that's going to die, because if you are, they don't care. But if they die too, they're like, oh, I need to deal with that Black Panther in the backline, or I need to deal with the Spider-Man in the backline, right? That's just how it works, right? I understand displacement and all that. There's nuance to what I'm saying, of course. But, like, remember to walk towards your teammates. And whenever you're up one, you need to walk. I don't know why we don't do that, but whenever your team gets a pick, you walk up. Like 9 times out of 10. That's just how it works. Being up a entire player is the biggest advantage you can have in this game. Dying is the worst thing you can do. That's another difference between low rank and high rank players. They know when to die and when not to die. When they can't die or when they can die. And their team won't be heavily affected, right? If you're a support and you are at 90% ult charge, you are the win condition for most fights. You are going to win this next fight. And if you die, you're not getting ult charge, right? You're not getting it. So you're stuck at 90 until you respawn, which is what, 15 seconds. Then you have to climb your way back to the fight, and by the time you get back there, the fight's already lost and your entire team's dead, because you're dead. You're a support. You're not healing anything when you're dead, and your ultimate's not up. Again, you're not healing anything when you're dead because your ult's not up and you're dead. So, you know, If you're a Star Lord and you know the enemy team has no supportals, you are the win condition for the fight, right? Press your Q button, right? You cannot die. If they kill you middle, then whatever. That's just a better play on the enemy team, right? Their win condition was killing you. They did it, right? You see how there's nuance to everything I just said in this video? Because that is the end of the video. I hope you guys liked it. Like, comment, subscribe for more. And do you agree with my reasons of why high ranking players and low ranking players are different? Do we agree? Do we not agree? Tell me why in the comments below. Thank you for all the love and support on my recent videos. And again, like, comment, subscribe for more. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.